Hello everyone, how are we today? It's Thursday, what is the date today? I think it's the 21st. My name is Alisa Tilsner and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Hello and welcome to everyone. I have actually got a lot of things to tell you this morning, so I am going to do that while everyone is coming in. I just need to find where all my graphics are. Here we go. So the first one is, this is my blog address, and if you head over there, then you can sign up to my newsletter and you will get a free PDF every Friday morning. Who's jumped in? Hello, Narelle, Lisa. Welcome everyone. Tracy, Kerry, good to see you all here. That's awesome. Leanne as well. Fantastic. Yay, I like it when things are working and we're getting comments through. So my blog address, on every Friday morning, I send out a free PDF instruction. Usually the card that we're going to make today goes out tomorrow as written instructions. That way, because I don't give instructions while we're creating, and that way you can have written instructions and all the materials just in case you missed anything. And that all comes through straight to your inbox on a Friday morning, my time. So lots and lots of things. I'm jumping backwards and forwards. Lots of things. Hello, everyone. Deb, Sharon, Lynn, great to see you all. Okay, first of all, the big major thing, we have free shipping today only. If you're in Australia, we have started already. So you do have to spend a minimum of $65 to get your free shipping, but we've still got the retiring list going on, and so there's lots and lots of things to still stock up on, obviously. And just also, if you want to stock up on the basics now, like your card stocks, any ink pads you may be missing, because there is going to be a price increase in the next catalogue. So if you want to jump in and stock up on your basics until the new catalogue comes in, run and do it now so that you can save on your postage. And while you're heading over there shopping, make sure, this is always funny, I should correct this. Make sure that you do use the host code. In the email that I sent out this morning, I have linked the graphic, the free shipping graphic, straight to this host code. So if you just click on the graphic, it'll go straight out to you. It'll assign this code to it. But you do need to use this code because I'm unable to have Stampin' Up. Before, if somebody didn't use the code, I was able to get Stampin' Up to apply the code, but I can't do that now. So you do need to use it. And even if you're not spending, because I have a minimum spend on my orders, even if you don't use it, please remember to use the code, because sometimes you'll come back and you'll order again in the same month, and that way the orders will accumulate and I can still give them to you. So, but I can't do that if you're not using the code. So you must use the code. Just a few other quick things. I do have my paper and ribbon share open. That is available. Details are over on my blog for that, as is the 2022-24 In Colour Club is also available as well. And this is the last notification type thing, but Creative Carnival. So if you are an Australian demonstrator and you would like to have a little bit of crafty time for yourself, we have Creative Carnival. This is our fourth one that we are running. Registration is closing on the 29th of April. So we've got, what's that, 8 days left, 7 days left, something. So get in touch with me if you, I'll give you the link to register for that. We don't have it. We do have it open. It's on my blog, but I think it's on my blog. Anyway, get in touch with me if you want to join. It's a lots of fun. We kick off on a Friday night and then we go all day Saturday. So that's really fun. Okay. Whew, that's everything I need to say. So I discovered this card on Pinterest. You scroll through, and I actually remembered to take a screenshot of it. It was a monthly challenge by Gina Kay, but she did not create this. Somebody else created it, but it doesn't actually say who created it. So this is the card that has inspired me today. I thought it might be fun to create something a little bit different. So this is quite different for me. So we will hide that and I'll come back to my comments. Nope, free shipping is today, Leanne. Yay. I know. Do you know what? I think, Tracy, you ordered a couple of days. It wasn't yesterday, I don't think. But yes, so I know it always happens. And we didn't find out. As soon as I knew, I posted an email out. So, because I thought, oh, I need to tell people. So, yeah, I know it's always a pain. But if you need anything, if you forgot something, then now's the time to go and stock up. Okay, we are going to swing the camera around and get started. So there we go. Now I just want to show you this card first. This card is off the blog, and I made this one a little bit earlier because Easter has mucked me up a little bit. I usually try and do my creating days on a Monday, and I try and make enough cards to get me through the week. But unfortunately, I didn't get. I usually try and do one for a reel for all my socials, one for today, and then one for a normal, just a YouTube video. But unfortunately, I only got my socials and today's done. So that's really slack. Only 2 cards made this week. So, but this one is over on my blog, and there is a really short video that goes with that one as well. So, and this one, I'm sorry, I keep coming backwards and forwards. This one I am going to run a class on because I love it. If you caught our live last week, then I did a little bit of an unboxing at the end, and I showed all the papers from that, and it was just really nice. So this is the card that we are going to be creating today. So I've used that other one that I found as inspiration. Mind you, I had to start this one. I think this was my 3rd go because I just could not get my colors right. I first had grey granite, and it was too warm, so I flipped it over to smoky slate, and then I've got the dark, and I had my yellows weren't bright enough, and then it needed a pop of yellow behind it, but I finally got where I was happy. So that is what we are going to be making today. And of course, oh no, the blues in that card are just stunning. So in all that paper. So this is a new bundle that is coming. It's called Sending Smiles, and it was probably one of the first ones that caught my eye in the catalogue. It's right at the start of the catalogue. It's probably why it caught my eye, but I just like, oh, that one's, and of course it was on our pre-order, so I was like, yay. So this one is really nice. So we've got sending, and then we've got all these different sentiments that you can put alongside it. So we're sending birthdays, we're sending good luck, we're sending sunshine. It's just a really, really pretty stamp set. And then we also, but I think what really, really got me was the dies. So we have the solid die in the background, and then we've got the fancy die that we can pop over the top of the solid one. But you can also stamp your sending and die cut it with a solid one as well. So, there's a lot of different ways that you can use, and I love those types of dies as well. Yeah, I love this bundle too, Sherry. So, of course, we've got the dies that will cut out the leaves and the flower heads. So there's a lot that you can do with it, and a couple of little solid ones here. Frames that will match your long ones and also your shorter ones. So that is, I just really, really liked it, and I was like, right, that's it. It's going on my list. It was one of the first things. So I've been talking a lot today. I feel like I've been talking a lot today, so I'll leave that in there. So I'm starting off with a piece of basic white, and I'm going to actually start with my grey, and then I will fill in, and I'm going to leave that one there because I need to remember where my placement goes. I don't know, if you recreate cards, do you just plonk down your leaves willy-nilly, or do you copy the first one that you've done? I always feel like I need to copy my first one, because if my placement worked out nicely, then I want to recreate it. So I'm using smoky slate here, and I've got this long leafy image going on, so I can just randomly stamp these, and it looks really dark here, but it actually dries quite light. So I was like, whoa, that's too dark, but it's one of those stamps that one of those inks that will relax and settle into the paper and dry nicely. So, and then I'm going to stick one here, and then around the edges, pink, and just fill in the little edges on there. I think that'll be fine. I think that's where I had most of them. Okay, I'm going to actually might clean that one because it's a bit bubbly, and I know that even though I'm not going to touch it again, probably I know that what will happen. I'll make a big mess. It's quite wet on my scrap paper here too. I perhaps over inked it somewhere along the line. Okay, so next I'm going to come in with the bigger of the flowers that I'm going to use, and I'm using Daffodil Delight. And we've got nice and bright. So I'm just going to pop these into the areas where I've got a little bit of space. I was trying not to have them hit and touch each other, but I think I have to overlap a few of the images, but that's okay. And I think I've got one more up here. I think that's 5. Hi, Megan. Now I'm going to close that anyway. I do need to come back to that one, but I'm going to close it anyway. So then coming in with my crushed curry, and I've got one of the smaller flowers, and then I'm just going to go in and fill in any gaps again. And you can twist your flower around so it's not, oops, they're a bit close. So it's not in the same direction each time for these little ones. As much as you try and put them in the same places, it just doesn't work, does it? Yeah. You know what? I think I might actually stop there because I'm getting a bit full. Now, the other thing I need to do is, I need to grab a different stamp. Good morning, Rosie. All right, so I'll put that one back here. So now I need the little center. You know what? I also need to get some of those little blocks, I think, because this is the smallest block I have, and I think I need to get smaller ones. Okay, so this is the center for the daffodil. Is it a daffodil? No, it's a sunflower, isn't it? So I'm just going to stamp this one with the crushed curry, just so that it offsets it a little bit. And one over here. So we've got that going on. Oh, this bundle is really good. So I've only played with it once, but you know, it's really good. So I'll put that one back. Now there's a tiny little dot image, and that is the center of that small flower. And I'm going to use my basic grey for this one. I know, the flowers are so sweet. So, and then I'm going to come into the crushed curry flowers and fill them in. And one over here and one there. That's it. So that is going to tie in with the basic grey that I'm using in the cardstock. So I'll just give that a wipe. Give that one a bit of a clean, because then I'm going to come back in with my Daffodil Delight. This is for sale on the 3rd of May. 3rd of May. And so with my little yellow dot, I'm just going to come in and fill the gaps if I have any. Probably more at the top, but we want to make it even. Be careful. I've got ink on my block, which is probably why I do need to get some smaller blocks. Just be careful if you do that. Just be careful that you're not wonky when you I think that's, maybe I'll put one more up there. Just make sure that you're not wonky and you don't end up, you know, rocking your block onto your stamping panel, because then you'll have to start again, or cover. Okay, I'm going to put that little dot away so I don't lose it. And I will close it up. So that is my panel finished, but I do need to do a little bit more stamping, so I'll do that first before we move to the next bit. So I've just got a piece of smoky slate, and I'm going to use my basic grey, and I'm just going to use the same sentiment, a card to say hello, and I will stamp that one down so that we can die cut that. Okay, so that's all my stamping done. I'll get all of them out of the way. Okay, what's next? What is next? I think we will do our die cutting next. So I will die cut that. And now, okay, so what I'm doing, hi Wendy, nice of you to join us. A little bit late, but not too bad. I've just stamped my full panel of my flowers so far. So, but what I've got here is a sheet of adhesive sheets, and because I bought them and I thought, well, I better use them, hadn't I? So I've got just, it's a little bit smaller, but I actually don't require that whole piece of white to have, oh, this will test my eyes and my fingernails. All right. So just, oops, wrong sheet. I'm throwing away the wrong piece. Okay, so this is really sticky. Obviously, it's just like the tape. So go easy. And I'm just going to stick that down to my white. See, I bought these things and then I never used them. So, and I'm going to have to clean my scissors because I did this the other day and I can feel that they're sticking together. They're all starting to get gammy. All right. Ugh. Ew. Oh dear. I've made a complete mess. Look, I've got bits of adhesive stuck to me everywhere. So just roll your fingers together and that'll come off. Okay, so that we need, I need this one here to match my sentiment, and I need my fine sending and my solid sending. So I am thinking I will get my big machine and I might be able to double up on some of my die cutting. So bear with me, it's just behind me. So this is our cut and emboss machine. So, oh, you know what? If you haven't got one of these yet, and we've got the mini baby as well, the little mini one. So if you don't have these yet, you could grab them today and save a stack on postage because it's free shipping day. All right, so we're going to pop the solid sending there and we're going to cut that one, the fine one, out of the white. And I will do that separately because I know that I will stuff it up. So, and I will run this through twice just because I've got that adhesive sheet on there and I'm just covering my bases pretty much just to make sure. And just before you take it out, just make sure that you have cut all the way through it. That one obviously cut through easily. So, and then I will do this one. Oh, and we are getting magnetic plate back in the next catalogue. So I'm excited about that. So that will make cutting out these sentiments so much easier. Alrighty, I'll just pop this down on the floor beside me. Okay, we've got all our bits and pieces. Now this is where the fun stuff comes in. I don't know whether you saw on my Facebook page the other day. I know, Wendy, finally. On my Facebook page the other day, I had a photo of me holding a little white dot. Well, that little white dot, now is that where it come from? That little white dot happens to be the little white dot from the sending. So when you pop this out, don't lose it. I had it, oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to pop it on my dark grey so I can see it. It's a tricky little thing. You don't want to lose them. All right. Pop that out, get rid of that. I nearly picked that up. Silly. All right. And I think that goes there. I say it every time. I need to get magnetic sheets for these, and I never do because I've got so many dies that I know it will break my bank. I should do them gradually, right? Okay, so let's get rid of all the little bits that we don't need. And we can shuffle them off to the side. Okay, so we do need to, I'm going to use my pick your tool. Pick your tool, take your pick. Take your pick. Don't stab yourself. I actually just wanted to try and lift up that backing adhesive sheeting, not prick my finger. Oh, there we go. Did I get it? I got it. Yeah, don't turn your white sentiment red. All right, so very gently, because this your sentiment will try and stretch apart. So just really, really gently peel off your backing layer. Okay, see how it's stretched in the end? So, and of course it wants to stick to your fingers. It's a little bit fiddly, but I think it is a lot neater than using a liquid adhesive for this, because it's so fine. Okay, so now I've got it really fine. Try and grab hold of it on the sides like that rather than this way, because then it will stick to your finger. And then starting at the S, don't let, like at the moment I'm holding them all up in my hand like this, so don't let them fall down onto your card, and then just gently work. And if you need to push any of the letters back into their place, you can do that easily. It's mainly the ends that want to come out. Okay, and then you just guide it, and then when it's all down, then you can give it a nice plugging down like that. Okay, now this is the one, and now it's gone under my fingernail. This is the one that is going to be causing a lot of grief. So you know what? I'm not even going to peel that back off. And excuse my contraband. Oh, wrong one. I am going to put a dot when it wants to come out. It'll probably come out too much now. A dot of glue, and I'm going to make sure that's on the right side. And then I'm just going, I'm going to fiddly, I'm going to drop that on there and then just push it into place. Ta-da! Look at that. I think a Uniball white pen. Oh yeah, just draw it on there. I've got my chalk marker, but I've thought that that's probably too big, and I don't have my white gel pen all seized up, so I have to buy another one. I don't use it often enough, but I found it and I got it on there, so success, I say. It was tricky. So what I did the other day, if you happen to lose your little eye, your dot from your eye, what I did was I just used it is retired, but it's the 1/16 hole punch, I do believe, and I just punched that out, and because it's got a little catching thing here, I just used the little dot that was discarded from the hole. So that is what I used the other day. Okay, let's get back to our card now. So I have got a piece of smoky slate as my base, and from my original card that I'm casing, it was just straight on like that, and I thought, I think it needs a little bit more of a pop. So I actually popped in some Daffodil Delight, which really did the trick. So we are going to stick that down. Okay, so I'm going to pop this on an angle. I never remember which angle. I guess it doesn't really matter, just as long as it's on an angle. Okay, now for this piece here, I'm actually going to, and I've never done this before, but I'm actually going to roll my edges up. So working from the center and just rolling my thumbs up, I'm just going to curve those corners up a little bit and then swing it around and do the same thing. So I don't want to wrinkle my card. I just want to bend my corners. Okay. Get them all standing up a little bit. So now it looks a little bit, not completely curved, but it is a little bit, got a little bit of dimension to it. And then I'm just going to put my adhesive in the center. I'm not going to go all around the outside of it. And then I'm going to put that on the opposite angle and just put my adhesive there. And then I can come back in and bend my corners up a little bit more if I want. Just to add something a little bit different to your card. It's got a little bit of dimension then without, you know, screwing anything up or anything like that. That's a whole different type of dimension. All right, so I've now got a piece of white vellum. I was going to say white vellum. Vellum isn't coloured, it's transparent. So just a piece of vellum, and I'm going to adhere my sentiment straight onto my vellum. And this is cut from one of the circle layering circle dies. I don't think it's the biggest one. I think it might be, where do I want that? I think it might be the second biggest die. All right. And then my sending, and I'm going to use some black adhesives. And I'm just going to make sure I don't need to put it on the S because it will hang off. But I can pop them on here, and I'll pop one just up there as well. And get them off. Okay, and I'm going to pop that on an angle. Okay, and then I can flip that over, and I can use, actually I'll use my white ones for this. I don't know why, just in case it spots. So now I can put dimensionals on the back of the sentiment, and I can also pop some. And what this will do, also I'm just going to pop them in the same places that these ones were. The top part where the sending is actually going to be raised higher off the card than the bottom, because I don't know whether you can see, but because, although it shouldn't really, but I think it does, it sort of sits flatter here and raises up here for some reason, even though it is all on one level, but I don't know. Maybe it's the weight of the front or something, I don't know. It was a mystery, but I quite liked it. Okay, and need to make sure that that is not hanging over. So just pop that to, oops, did I put it on straight? All these layers, when I do things on angles, I can't see things straight anymore. It drives me nuts. Okay, and then the final bit is to pop a few of our rhinestones on. I'm just going to keep them as normal plain rhinestones. You can use coloured ones if you want. Why won't that go back on? I seriously need a new one of them. That one's getting all gammied up. All right, so we'll pop one down here. And then two of the other sizes I'll just pop up here, and I'm just popping them on the vellum circle. You can go for it and put them all over your card if you want, but I'm just going to stay simple today. And ta-da! So I got them fairly close to each other. I think one, oh no, I think they're fairly close to each other this time. Yay! Succeeded a little bit. So there we have it. So, oops, hang on a minute. Where's this one come from? I thought that one was in a different spot. I've taken that one. Do you know what? I found a rhinestone over on my back bench. So obviously I've lost one from a card somewhere. I don't like it when that happens. To go through my cards and find out which one is missing a card. So there we go. So I'll just bring up that card. So this was the one that I was casing. I think this one is actually done with stencils. I tried to follow the page back to where it came from, and I'm pretty sure that they are stencils, but I thought that is going to work beautifully with mine. So with this set, yes. Yeah, so now you'll be able to play with this one. So that is a really pretty set. So thank you very much for joining. Don't forget, today is free shipping day in Australia. We have already started. It goes till midnight tonight. The catalogues, I think that they were supposed to be sending around now. They're coming from, I've got them coming from the warehouse. So I'm assuming that they will be being shipped. I don't actually know. They don't actually tell us when they're being shipped either. So I think it'll probably be around this time though that they'll go. So they should be coming up soon. Yay, Rosie. Okay, so there's a little sneak peek from the new catalogue, so don't miss that one. It will be a really lovely bundle to have. It's just a bundle. There's no suite or anything that matches this one. So, and you can even, like, honestly, these ones are probably going to be my favorite, the sending and the sentiments, and you can pretty well, you know, put that with anything. Like if you had designer series paper and you just wanted to pop that on it, you know, it finishes your card off really nicely. So yeah, so anyway, I was thinking that with Easter, I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to get my live done, but yep, we got here. Yay, easy. Okay, I am off. I have got plenty of work still to tick off my to-do list for the week, so I'm going to head off and start getting into some more work and some more card making. I've got that class I need to design before the end of the month. So Sun Prints is the next class that I will be running, so which is, if you've come in late, which is this bundle here, the suite here, so which is really pretty as well. That is going to be a lot of fun to play with. Okay, thank you very much, and we will catch you again next week on Thursday morning. So thanks very much for watching. Bye.